Hey guys, welcome back to Say What Reacts. Back again with an Enhypen reaction for you guys. I am so excited for this one because I heard there is storyline involved. Yes! Hi Ashley. Hello, wasabi. Hello. Hi guys. I do have slow mode on, just FYI. I do have slow mode on, just in case. Hi guys. How is everyone? Hey. Hello. How are you guys doing tonight? I hope you guys are having an amazing day. Because it would not be good if you're not. And like, girl, that happens to me all the time. Where I go to like click on my own live and I get an ad and I'm like, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Hey there. I am okay. I'm better. I am better. If you follow me on YouTube, you will know. Not YouTube. If you follow me on Twitter or even TikTok, you will know. But if you don't, it's okay. I'll briefly touch on it during tea time tomorrow. However, I am super excited about this, and I am having a much better day today than I was yesterday. I actually had this on the agenda to do yesterday, but a whole bunch of stuff happened online, on social media, so I ended up deciding to take yesterday off and just take a break, and so this got bumped back to today instead. So, yes, I am definitely doing better today, so I appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. You guys are some of the most amazing people I've ever had a chance to have the privilege of associating with, knowing, being friends with, like, just, but yes, so, I think I did Island Girl. I thought I responded. Unless you sent me another one. Did you send me another one? Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, I responded. Yeah, I responded. Okay, so, oh no, lactose intolerant. Oh, I hate that. Oh no. I'm glad I at least don't have that, but, thank you so much, Hatchling, thank you. Yes, I am much better today. So thank you all for just being so incredibly sweet, over on Twitter to me. You guys mean everything, so I very much appreciate it. So, anyway, I've heard, getting back to the reaction why we are here today, and like I said, I do have slow mode on the chat, just FYI, just in case, it's needed, considering everything from the last couple of days. I do have slow mode on just in case it's needed, so, just know that's there. Sorry, but it's like every 30 seconds. So anyway, I heard that this is like heavy on storyline, which, you know me, I love a storyline. So I'm actually like really excited to hear that this is possible, like, storyline. So yeah, I guess we should just like jump right in, I guess. Should I put I guess I could put the captions on, right? Should no, you know what? I don't need the captions, right? I mean, I've reacted to the song before. I'm assuming it's a similar gist, right? Or it's like, I don't know. Should I do captions? Is it different? Or is it like literally the same song, but just in Japanese? I don't know. I feel like I should turn on the fan. I was so cold earlier, so I wore a sweater, and now it's hot. Every time I turn on these lights and I go to start doing a live, I always end up having to turn on the fan. Don't need it? Okay. So I should be good without it. Okay, good. I will turn off the captions if that's the case, since we have already reacted to this. Okay. Okay, cool. Well, you know what? Let me put this on pause. Flicker has to go on pause. There we go. Let's get this on the screen. I am so excited to see pause warning. Hello, there is a pause warning on the screen. That is because I will be pausing Yes, number one, this is a Japanese MV. Japanese MVs are always super, super sus because sometimes they just immediately get blocked because I don't know. They don't like Japanese MVs. They don't like concert footage in Japan. Same thing with like Chinese versions of MVs. Sometimes like companies don't like those either. It's very weird. I don't understand it. But either way, I will be pausing number one simply because it is a Japanese version and I am live, and I don't want the detection live is always super more strict than if you just upload a video. So I will be pausing because of that reason, number one. And number two, I will be pausing because, hello, it's possibly storyline from what I've been told. And I am all about their storyline, trying to figure out what the heck is going on. I think the last place we left off, hi to everybody that's joined the chat that I haven't had a chance to say hi to. I think the last place we left off was I was contemplating, it was on the Fever reaction, and I was contemplating with their choreo and with showing like the chain around the heart and the infrared showing like that their bodies were like super, super hot. I think I was kind of contemplating, is this like a prequel to like everything else? Is this kind of like showing like their transformation? And that's why it, like the chain represents like their heart kind of being constricted because their hearts, you know, by the way, spoiler, if you don't know what's going on in the storyline, I'm literally about to talk storyline this whole time. So the, what was I going to say? Crap. I was going to say something. And I totally just like ADD'd and got sidetracked. I'm so sorry. It happens a lot with my ADD. Oh yeah, spoiler. I'm talking storyline a lot. So if you don't know the storyline, you don't want the storyline to get spoiled, FYI, that's probably what I'm going to be doing here. So just be careful with that. But I was saying, is this kind of like maybe a prequel to where, from where we left off, that is, in the Fever MV. Is this kind of like a prequel to them turning into vampires, because it was showing them like burning up, and it was showing like a chain around their heart that was beating. It was showing them they were grabbing at their necks a lot and stuff like that. And I'm like, obviously people would get bitten on their neck, and they were grabbing at their chest a lot too, which is where their heart is. So I'm like, I'm wondering if this is maybe kind of and the song's called Fever, obviously. And I don't know, everything I've always kind of seen, everything I've always kind of seen as far as vampire goes, with any sort of different movies or series or books that I've read, the transformation process from human to vampire, excuse me, is not a lovely one. It's a painful one. People think they're dying because they basically are. Literally their heart's stopping, even though they're still going to be living. They're basically dying. So it's not a happy process. So that's why I was I wonder if the Fever, between the MV and the choreo, if that was kind of maybe depicting a prequel of sorts than their transformation before turning into a full-on vampire. Because in Give and Taken, we see them kind of possibly getting bitten, and at the end of Give and Taken, we see Jungwon kind of show his fangs, and then Let Me In is still a confused. Let Me In, right? That's what it's called. Yeah, still a confusing one to me a little bit, because it's the liquid that they drink, but I'm not really sure. I don't know. That one still confuses me. And then Drunk Days, obviously looking at who we think is maybe their sire, the woman on the pedestal, who we think is probably the person who turned them, maybe, I don't know, and her kind of instructing them to taint the water with their blood and take over kind of type thing. I don't know. It's all so interesting. And what is up with the black smoke trying to consume them and get them at the beginning of Fever? What is that about in the storyline as well? I don't know. It's all so crazy. So, okay. Oh, Bailey, you're so cute. Don't say that. Okay. So, I'm super excited about this. Let's go ahead and play this. Like I said, pause warning, I will be pausing a lot. We will be discussing theories. We'll be discussing just the MV itself, the way it's shot. their vocals, because I've never heard them sing in Japanese. And for those of you who don't know, I actually love the way it sounds when groups sing in Japanese. There's something about the Japanese language that, I don't know, it's very pleasing to me. And I always notice, I say this all the time, I'm able to sing along with Japanese versions of songs better than I can with Korean versions of song. I think it's the way their alphabet is, or their letters are put together. It's more similar to the English language than the Korean. So I think that's why it's easier. So I don't know, I just really love the way it sounds, and I'm really looking forward to this. So yeah, okay. Okay, let's do this. You ready? Ooh. Okay, let's go. That's so weird to hear it, but it's like a different, it's the same song, but it's a different song. What the heck? Okay. Before the song even gets going, I'm literally only 13 seconds in. Okay. It almost looks like maybe they're in, okay, you know in the Give and Take MV? It looked like they were in kind of like a boarding house of some sorts, or like an institution of some sorts, or like an orphanage of some sorts. But it looked like it was kind of like set back in the olden days, right? Like back in the day. This kind of, the way the bunk beds are set up and the way it looks very shabby. But there's like stuff scattered all over the floor. Like the books are everywhere. Wallpaper's peeling off the wall, it looks like. This is, so it almost makes, are they in that like orphanage type setting again? Is my first immediate thought. I don't know. But that's my immediate thought, is, are they in this like orphanage type setting again? But maybe this is a more modern version of that orphanage type setting, and not like a back in the day version. Which, if that is the case, then makes me think timelines? Or are they having to still pretend to be young because obviously they're vampires? They can't say, hi, I'm 100 years old. They have to pretend to be 16, you know, like throughout their life. So are they in this situation, but in modern times, pretending to still be a 16-year-old in this orphanage? Oh my goodness, there's so many things that this could be. Let's continue. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. Oh, good shot. Oh, 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 the band-aid on his neck. The band-aid on his neck. Did he get bitten? Did he get bitten? I don't know. Oh, the band-aid on his neck. Oh, the mirror is also broken and shattered. And look, it looks like they're trying to board up to not let the sunlight in. Ooh, okay. This is so exciting. Okay. Oh my goodness. What is happening? I love Sonu as a blonde. I know I said it a bunch in Fever as well. I also said it in Drunk Days as well. I love him as a blonde. Okay, so he has a reflection. That's good, right? Well, maybe he hasn't turned yet. Look at this. Where are they? Like, what kind of building? They're definitely in a run-down building. Interesting. Oh, don't theorize on anything I haven't seen yet. Just please don't do that. Just because I haven't seen it yet, and I don't want something to get spoiled for me. Because I want to be able to try to make up my own theories before reading something. I guess hold theories till the end. There we go. That's probably just the best bet. Hold the theories till the end if you can, like typing them, because sometimes I will look down at the chat and I don't want any like theories to kind of, for me to see someone else's theories and then now it's in my mind and now that's what I'm thinking. I want to be able to try to kind of form my own like thoughts and theorize on things first by myself, and then I can kind of read everyone else's. So yeah. Okay. Oh, thank you, G Rose. Thank you, sweetie. I'm better. I'm much better today than yesterday, that's for sure. So thank you, thank you. Okay, let's continue. That's, oh my god, just the way I love, okay, sorry, you're so used to hearing it sound. You're so used to hearing it happen like that. And so when when the words weren't like that, you're like, oh my god, this is crazy. Ooh, he threw the umbrella. He threw the umbrella. Hold on. Ooh, you know what else? Okay, sorry. Hold on. First, when I believe that was Sunghoon, right? At first, when I saw Sunghoon with the umbrella, it immediately reminded me of Drunk Days because they were literally like there was a shower of blood raining down on them. So for him to have like an umbrella, I don't know. I just found that interesting. Number one. Number two, what the hell kind of building are they in? Number three, the windows totally look like their logo, their hyphen. The windows, the way they are and the way they're lit up, totally look like their hyphen of their logo, which I think is awesome. Nice. What the fuck? Oh, that's awesome! Look at that! Oh, that's fucking cool. I love it. That's awesome. The freaking bats. Yes. That's freaking awesome. Oh, that's so cool. Okay. That was so cool. Heesung always does the most during that part, I swear to God. He is so beautiful, honestly. His movement is so just graceful and beautiful. Always, I swear. This part, I remember the very first time. Oh, interesting. I remember the very first time I saw this MV, and who did I say? Who was Jake with the umbrella? Huh? What? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I don't know what you guys are. Did I say the wrong name again? What? Did I say the wrong name again? Oh, I said Heesung. Did I say the wrong name again? I'm so... Every time, I swear to God, it doesn't matter who I'm reacting to. It honestly never remembers who I'm reacting to. I could be reacting to my alts. I could be reacting to, like, my second favorite group. I always will. I know exactly who's on the screen, right? But I will always screw up people's names. It doesn't matter. I swear to God. It's so ridiculous. Every time. You guys know. It's practically like a thing on the channel now. It's inevitable. I will mess up someone's name at some point during the reaction. It's like guaranteed to happen. Always. That's so funny. Yeah, that's Heesung. I know the difference between Jake and Heesung. Oh my God, I can't. What was I saying though before? I thought you guys were trying to say I called Sunghoon Jake, and I'm like, there's no way I got those two confused. But you never know. Oh, that's what I was talking about. Oh my God, who had the sprout in the background? Oh my God, their hair. Oh, who had the cute little sprout on their hair? That's so cute. I love when random moments like this happen during performances. It's just the cutest thing. I can't. At least they're in the same group. Isn't that true? I don't think I've ever screwed up that bad. I always keep it in the group. You know, gotta keep it in the family. What was I gonna say? This part, the staring, the hunched over staring, the leg up and down, leg up and down. I remember when I saw this bit of the choreo, when I first reacted to this last year, I was like, oh my gosh, like, this is so, like, cool and kind of creepy, and how they're, like, all in sync together doing it. So cool. Actually, you know what this reminds me of? Does anyone know the owls, the creepy barn owls that are just kind of like lurking and like watching you? And it's like, oh my God, stop staring at me. That's creepy. This is totally like they're giving you that like almost like predator type like vibes with the way they're like staring. The way they're moving their leg is almost like they're like coming for you in a way. I don't know. That's really, really cool the way that this move is executed. I remember loving it so much last year, and I love it just as much this year. Heesung and Jake don't even sound similar. No. It wasn't about the sound. It's not about the sound at all. Visually, Heesung and Jake look extremely similar. And so it's inevitable that I'm going to end up screwing up their names. And then, just like with BTS, like Jimin and Jin don't look or sound anything alike, but I'm constantly calling Jimin and Jin each other's name without fail. Like, it's just what I do, apparently. But yeah. I remember you called someone Sunghoon, but it was from another group. Oh yeah, when I was reacting to someone else, I said Sunghoon. I did. You're right. You're right. I totally did. Yes! Yes! Oh my God, I love that they showed that. This is everything. I fucking love it. I love it. Were there marks? Well, there probably wouldn't be after they've already turned because the marks would have healed because nothing can really harm them, right? But you can see red on the Band-Aid. So, I don't know. But the marks don't look like they're there. So maybe they're healed. Maybe now they've changed now. I don't know. Okay, speaking of always doing the most, this part of the choreo, Jay is always doing the most. In like the best way, of course. Interesting. Huh. Okay. Yeah, exactly. The vampiric healing. I can't even say that. What's up with the TV? At first I was like, oh my God, I see a mark on Nikki's neck, but it's just this cute little mole. I can't. I'm so stupid. Ooh, all the lights shutting off? Why'd all the lights shut off, though? What's that about? Why'd all the lights shut off? I'm confused. What just happened? I don't know. Oh, that part where they say red blood and the whole hallway goes red all of a sudden. Brilliant. That was so brilliant. That was perfect timing. All the lights shutting off, though. Are all the lights shutting off in order to turn red all of a sudden? And I love that part. It's almost like the center is like the heart. And like it's like the heart's like beating, like with the way that they're moving and almost like contracting. It's almost like it's beating in a way. I love the visuals on this part of the choreo. It's just very well thought out with the way they're all kind of like interlocked together, like moving as like one thing, like one being. It definitely reminds me of almost like a heartbeat in a way. And I love that a lot. Was he on top of a... What was he on top of? Look, he was on top of a crane machine. Maybe it was a phone booth. Maybe I'm just not paying attention. It's probably a phone booth, right? I doubt it's a random ass crane machine in the middle of a parking garage. I fucking can't. Okay. Anyway. Okay, sorry. Just make sure I didn't miss anything. Nice. Like every light turned red. Oh yeah, this is when they shoot the arrows. I remember now. Yes. Oh, I love how the lights are exploding when they shoot the arrows. That's really awesome too. Great timing on a lot of these like lighting and effects and stuff. That fucking kick. Oh my god, I remember that. Oh, that's a beautiful shot of him. I remember that kick when I first reacted to this last year. Oh my god, I was like, holy shit. Like his leg was like straight up and down. And I was like, what the hell? Yeah, I remember that. I remember like being shook by that. I was like, that's crazy. So, I mean, that needs to be paused. Hold on. Like, look at his leg, front and center. He sung. That's insane. That's so awesome. That kick is everything. You were right. My goodness. That is he sung in the front and center, right? Jesus. Before I fuck it up again. I'm just kidding. I know it's it. He legit freaking... He didn't... There's not just bats around him. He legit turned into a bat this time. That is awesome. Love it. Love it. Ooh, in the window. Oh, are they all like in the window? Oh, it's hard to tell, isn't it? I was thinking maybe like each one of them was like in a different window, like looking down at him or something. I don't know. Maybe not though. Yeah, I don't think so. Ooh. Why are his eyes glowing like that? That's interesting. Because usually the glowing eyes like that are more a werewolf thing, not a vampire thing. So that's interesting. Huh. Interesting. I'm loving this bats thing. Is that it? Is that it? Okay. If you were like me, okay. That was a very abrupt ending that went immediately to an ad. Holy crap. Okay. So, interesting because... Hold on. Okay. So, my theory was, after watching Fever, that maybe Fever was, like, that like, transition period where, like, you know, they're slowly turning into a vampire. So it's like, I feel like Fever was the first one. Maybe Let Me In was the first one. I don't know. But definitely Fever was like the first one. Let Me In, I'm still not sure where that fits in. But I definitely feel like Fever was the first one. I feel like Given Taken is the second. Because I feel like none of these are in proper order. I feel like Fever is the first one because it's actually showing them turning into like the process of like them getting overheated, they're grabbing at their chest, it's showing their heart constricted by the necklace. And this one, they're already like right past that phase where they're removing their bandages. And also in Fever, weren't they wearing, in a lot of scenes, weren't they like in all white? And a lot of scenes in here where they're like in like their rooms and stuff and they're taking off their bandages, they're like wearing all white in those scenes as well, which I feel like kind of picks up where that leaves off, right? Maybe because they're grabbing their neck a lot in Fever, and in here they have bandages on their necks, like, and I had said in Fever reaction, like it's almost like they got bit or something like that, right? So I was thinking Fever came first. This is they got bit and they're like turning. That's the Fever. And then this Give and Take in Japanese is like after that, where they're now removing the bandages. They're now officially like a vampire. They're checking out their fangs in the mirror. They're seeing what's different. They're, playing with their powers, turning into bats. They're just having a ball running through the night. Just having a blast, just boys being boys, but immortal boys now, right? And then I think after this would be like where Drunk Days fits in. Like they're very comfortable with where they're at, who they are now. They know they're using their powers, like their telepathy between each other. They're trying to like taint the waters, so to speak. Yeah, it's I feel like that's the order. Given Taken original, Given Taken Korean version. That one is interesting because it's almost like it's like I almost wonder, are we dealing with multiple like time frames, multiple like dimensions, or maybe not dimensions, but just multiple periods in time. You know what I mean? And maybe Give and Taken Korean version is just showing them, during that time period. I don't know. I feel like the three that make the most sense to me: Fever, Give and Take in Japanese, and Drunk Days. Those three, to me, I can connect those three and make them make sense. Give and Take in Korean version, because of the time period it's set in, throws it off to me, and Let Me In is totally nothing like anything else. So, that's where I'm at. The umbrella, the wood on the window, they're trying to stay away from sunlight, yeah. Maybe Let Me In just isn't part of the main story. And that's what I'm thinking, because that doesn't, just because they have a storyline doesn't mean every single MV they'll ever do will involve their storyline, so that definitely could be it. Would Drunk Days be them taking advantage of their powers, really realizing that there's more to them than meets the eye? Possibly. That's why they're like tainting like the waters, like trying to like put their blood into everyone's drinks and stuff like that. Like, yeah, I don't know. Very interesting. This one gave me vibes of being locked up, experimented, and finally escaped, similar to the original Give and Taken. Possibly, but then what are we dealing with? Are we dealing with multiple like timelines? And that's why there's almost like two versions of Give and Taken. Are we is that what this is, or is this multiple timelines where you see in one timeline of their lives, they dealt with this phase of being experimented on and turning and escaping, in the original Give and Taken Korean, and then in this Give and Taken Japanese, we're dealing with a different time frame, like a different period in time, and it's more modern, and this is them going through like change and escaping and stuff like that. Yeah, I don't know. Bailey. I'm just remembering when Jake said he's a wolf now, not a puppy. Well, Jake's eyes were the ones that were glowing in this, right? Wasn't that Jake? That was Jake, right? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I remember in Drunk Days, Jake also turned the candles on just by passing his fingers over the cake, so maybe he's something else. And that might be, maybe he's, someone said when, I literally was about to say maybe he's a hybrid, but someone else already typed hybrid. That's so funny. Yeah, so that is true. Maybe Maybe he's more of like a hybrid or something. In wait, hold on. In a lot of lore, vampire blood is ultimately the cure for your humans. I don't know if that means anything, but I just thought I should put it out there. So maybe they weren't trying to like turn people or kill people necessarily at the Drunk Days party. Maybe they were actually trying to heal them, you think? And they're like good vampires? Wouldn't that be lovely? In Drunk Days, they also appear in the time period of Give and Taken Korean version. Yes, only because of the outfits, but they were also in those outfits in Fever as well. And that may just be what they wear when addressing like their sire. You know what I mean? Maybe that's like their formal attire when addressing their sire. I don't know. You never know. But I do feel like it's more of like a back in the day type of thing as well when they're in those outfits. Yeah, and that's kind of where I'm at as well because I don't see how they can fit together otherwise. So Anne, I'm kind of with you on that. I think the Korean version and the Japanese version are in different universes but happen at the same time. Yeah, like there's multiple timelines like happening at the same time, but just like parallel to each other, and they don't even realize that they're experiencing, these two different things in two different times. Wasn't it back in their previous prior to Give and Taken? Wasn't it Jake the one who bit Sanu? I can't remember. You're talking about like in the car? One bit the other in the car? Was it Jake that bit Sanu in the car? I can't remember. And don't forget, in Give and Taken, the two boys were in the room, the kids' room where there was like toys and stuff, and the window was like cracked, and one of them leaned over to bite the other, and that as well. And I can't remember who that was either. Right. Also in the debut trailer, Heesung's reflection wasn't shown in the mirror, but he can see himself in the mirror here. Right. So like there's definitely like two different things going on. Jake bit Jungwon. Okay. Jake bit Jungwon in the preview, and both Jake and Sanu bit Jungwon at some point. Okay. Okay. I think each MV is just different timelines since vampires live forever. And that could be it too, but I think the only thing, because that's kind of what I was thinking at first, is I literally almost just hit pause like I was trying to put the chat on pause. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. Oh, that's funny. What was I going to say? In the room, Sanu bites Jungwon. Okay, and then in the car, Jake bites Jungwon. Interesting. So everyone's trying to bite Jungwon. A parallel universe coexisting each other. Yeah, and I do kind of agree with, because I had the same thought. I think each MV is just different timelines since vampires live forever, and I kind of think that as well. My thing is, like it's depicting different points because like they could be like 200 years old or whatever. So it's just depicting them at different points throughout their 200 years. And that's why sometimes it looks old, sometimes it looks new. And I definitely agree with that. And that's what I thought as well. However, the only thing that makes me hesitant fully believing that is the fact that I feel like we're seeing them experiencing being turned in two different timelines. And they would only have that experience of being turned once. You see what I'm saying? But I feel like we're seeing them experiencing going through being turned and being bitten in modern day with Fever and then Give and Taken Japanese. But I also feel like we saw them like being experimented on and, the fangs and like being in pain and, being bitten in Give and Taken Korean, which was set way back in the olden days. So that's the only thing I'm struggling with is I also feel like this is just different points in they could be 500 years old for all we know. And this is just depicting different points within that 500 years that they've been going through. But the only thing that doesn't make sense is why are they basically looking like they're experiencing being turned both back in the day and also modern time? Which, because that doesn't make sense to me, it makes me then think, okay, so instead of that, are we dealing with parallel universes? Both of these things occurring in different points in time. Yeah, I don't know. It's crazy. Oh, I think it's just different snapshots from different timelines. Like maybe they part ways but always find each other again. Like I said, I kind of get that too, but it does to me. What's making me hesitant on that is the fact that they look like they're turning twice, and you can't turn twice. People need to stop biting my boy. um. Japanese version was set kind of at the nighttime. Yeah, like it was day at first, but then it turned to evening, embracing their change after going through the fever. Yeah, that's why I really think Give and Take in Japanese is occurring after fever. I really feel that. Like it's just too I can draw too many connections to not feel that. You know what I mean? We don't know enough about their storyline yet to really get a full idea of what's happening. Exactly, Caitlin. Exactly. Like think about, and I said this, I can't remember if it was in Fever or if it was in Drunk Days when I said this, but I said, I know a lot of you guys obviously have probably seen the BTS storyline by now. And if you think about the BTS storyline, like imagine, okay, we're what, we're 5 videos in now, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, no, 4. Give and Taken, Let Me In, Drunk Days, Fever, 5. Okay, so we're 5 videos in, right? Let's think about this. I Need You. We have the prologue, Run. There's Young Forever, right? Was there one more? And then Wings started, right? And I feel like there's one more before Wings. So let's think about that. If we only had that information from I Need You to like right before Wings started, and that's all the information we had. We didn't have all of the other shit from the Wings era, from Blood, Sweat, and Tears, from Fake Love. We didn't have any of that other information on the storyline, right? We just had those first like 4 or 5 videos, and that's it. How can you form a proper like theory with not having hardly any of the full story yet? So I know that we're not really supposed to know yet, but it's always just a lot of fun to try to figure this out, even though I know we're missing so many important details because they're new. It hasn't come out yet. We just have to wait and be patient. Yeah. At the start of Fever, the black smoke chasing them could have been their vampirism. So what if Fever is their mind state through them being turned in both given taken universes? Interesting. Unless it's something odd like they're reliving this once again, like the OG Given Taken is them in the past, and then at some point they died and were reborn and now experiencing this yet again. Interesting. One question, was Jake the one in the hallway when the lights are turning off? I can't see well in the MV, and I know people here know the members by the shadows. This is probably true. Yeah, was Jake the one in the hallway when all the lights were shutting off and then they turned red? Was that Jake? That would be why we get like almost flashbacks of the older times because they've been through this once before. That kind of makes sense too. And I get why you're saying flashbacks because it is true that a lot of the times when we see those older moments, it almost looks like it's on like film because you see like the little kind of scratches on the screen. You know what I mean? So it does almost look like film roll in a way, like it's a memory. So I definitely see why you would say that, Caitlin, for sure. I'm confused. So in conclusion, Sanu is sus as hell. People need to stop biting Jungwon, and Jake is sus too. They think it was Jay. Okay, so they think it was probably Jay in the hallway. Okay. Okay, cool. Notice how they also keep trying to embrace a blue light. The TV static with he sung the lamppost with Sanu. They're running towards it at the end. Does blue represent the dawn, but they burn because they can't? Interesting. Or, I mean, red is obviously representative of something not great, right? Red is anger, blood, evil. You know, red is a lot of times depicted by more negative, toned things. That's why I wore my red today, by the way. That's why I wore my red today. But anyway, it's okay, Renari. But yeah, so is them chasing the blue light more like blue is represented of, let's see, sky. this sky, you know. Blue is a more like either happy color or sometimes it can be a sad color, you know, blue. But, you know, when I think of blue, I think of like the sky. Which when you think of the sky, you think of like heaven and like, you know, the sky. I don't know. That's just, you know, looking up towards, you know, the light, the sky. That's what I think of when I think of blue, as opposed to the red that's in the MV. So maybe blue is associated. Yeah, I was going to say it's not necessarily safety and warmth for me, but maybe the blue is representative of like, you know, like something more holy than they currently are. And they're longing for that back. Like someone said, almost like chasing like the dawn because, you know, like the light, you know, I don't know, maybe just wanting the blue reminds them of when they could be outside and when they could have like a normal life. I don't know. Interesting. I do agree, but I do agree. Sanu is super sus in these MVs. The more that I watch him, especially in drunk days, and think he knows more. He knows more than he's letting on. Girl, you just read Jake instead of Jay on Caitlin's comment. Fuck my life. Of course I did. Of course I did. Of course I did. I can't even read properly. Like, yeah, exactly. And like blue is heaven, red is hell type of thing. And that's kind of how I interpret that. For sure. Yeah, I definitely think that that's more along the lines of how I interpret it. So they're longing for that blue because they're longing for like the life that they had maybe. And they just want to be free from who they are now. Yeah, I don't know. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Bailey. You think Jake, I think they're all sus in a way. Are you kidding me? I also felt it was orange, like blood oranges, but I guess that doesn't work. Maybe Let Me In is similar to Fever as it's in their mind and could also be how their innocence is being locked up and escaping every now and then. Also in the Hive, What Do You Believe In video, they were shooting at Evil Black Smoke in the sky, which reminds me of Fever. I did not see that, so I don't know what that is. Maybe the blue has to do with their memories because Sanu drank the blue drink and let me in and he seems to know more than the rest. Maybe. Yeah. It could be how their innocence is being swallowed up and evil as evil, which is red. Yeah. Honestly, I don't know if you're reaching. That's kind of where I was going with. I'm like, either he's a hybrid or like something's going on because I feel like why were Jake's eyes glowing, right? And who was the one in the forest that like looked like he had like his shirt off and like he was like changing? Was that Heesung or was that Jake? In their like pre-debut like concept trailer like thingy, whatever they were, when they were like in the forest and like one of them was like, you know, chained down, one of them was like by a mirror, two of them were in a car. Oh, it was Sung Hoon. Okay, well then that doesn't fit with what I was thinking. Damn it. Oh, blue seems to be a transformative color, almost signaling some sort of change. Interesting. Justice for Jungwon getting bit. Stop biting my boy. They followed Sung-hoon when he saw the red light, which is the signal that they've mentioned a lot during their lyrics and showed in the outro videos. There were werewolves at the party. Maybe one of them got Jake. Jake was in the car biting Jungwon. True. Oh, Jake, Sung-hoon, and Nikki's eyes were all glowing if you slow down the MV. So maybe that's just, we're just only seeing one little part of it, so we're thinking something that's not right. Why they gotta make Sunshine the most evil one in the storyline? Because that's the best plot twist, of course. Jake did. Oh, you're right. King, you're right. I'm saying King, by the way. Oh my god, you're right. He was laying upside down on the couch in drunk days, and he poured the red out of the cup. He didn't actually drink it. See, but now you got me going back to thinking Jake is something else. Huh. Wait. It never actually shows Jake biting Sanu, right? It doesn't actually ever show that. What if Jake wanted to bite... Or not Sanu, sorry, Jungwon. Jungwon. See? I'm already saying the wrong names again. It never actually shows Jake biting Sungwon in the car, right? It just shows like he's about to. What if they got interrupted and he never did it, right? But what if this is a reach, but what if he's actually a werewolf and he actually wanted to turn Jungwon into a werewolf and he didn't get the chance to do so? And instead, Sanu ended up biting Jungwon and Jungwon ended up turning into a vampire instead. Because he attempts to, the biting of Jungwon thing happens twice in that video. Once by Jake and then once by Sonu. And then Jake poured out the liquid at Drunk Days and didn't actually drink the red liquid like everyone else was doing. I don't know. I'm just saying. Did I say Sungwon? No, I didn't. Did I say Sungwon? I thought I said Sunghoon. What the fuck? Caitlin. I don't know. Everyone is sus except Jungwon. Seriously. Why did all 7 of them come out of the bats then? Well, we only saw 2 of them actually disappear into bats. The other one, when they were in a group, they were all standing there and then bats came out, but they didn't disappear into bats. They were still there on the screen. So one of them could have not had anything to do with the bats, but the other 6 did, so it just looked like there was a lot of bats. You know what I'm saying? But only 2 of them actually turned into. Sound like a combined Jungwon and Sunghoon, probably. Sungwon. Who knows? Vampire werewolf hybrids. Either, I feel like there's something up with Jake. Either he's a hybrid or maybe he's an imposter. I don't know. Is there ever one, and if there is it Jake, that seems to be in the light sometimes? Because I feel like every now and then you kind of see one of them in the light. Not direct sunlight, but kind of in like a lit space. I don't know. Yeah, but those are the 2 other those are the 2 people that are everyone thinks are going to debut in the Japanese unit. We're getting a fever on Jake and Sanu's. Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about. When they were both, like, in that, like, little, almost what looked like a bathroom or whatever area. And, like, Sanu was kind of, like, in the corner, like, with his legs up and his head, like, down. And then he, like, kind of walks out. I see what you're saying. In the teasers, the forest was all pretty and lit. And then let me in. There was a light shining in on all of them. Jake was looking into light and fever, right? I can't remember. I think the next comeback is about Jake, because I got questions for him. You know what? That actually reminds me. In my last reaction for fever, I said at the end of the reaction, I just took note of something. I said, I find it interesting that in Give and Taken, Korean version, I feel like Jungwon kind of was, like, in a way, separated from the rest of the members. Like, he was kind of a focus in a way. Like, at the end, he's the only one that you saw Fang on. He was the one that was outside of the window, where it looked like he was, like, wanting to be let into the house, but he was, like, outside of the window. I don't know. He seemed kind of, in a way, kind of just away from the others, right? In Give and Taken, sorry. And then I couldn't really place who exactly it was for Let Me In, but in Drunk Days, that person who was kind of separated from the rest of the group was Sanu. And then in Fever, who did I say it was? In Fever, I said someone, oh God, who did I say it was? That someone else was kind of separated away from the group. And I was like, I wonder if they're going to continue doing this where like there's like one person kind of focused on, and kind of like something's different, something's a little sus each time with a different person in a way. I can't remember who I said that was in Fever though. I said it was Nikki. Okay. Yeah, I guess that would make, in Fever, wasn't he the only one who like he dunked his head in the water in the sink? Because they all had the glitter on their faces and stuff, but he was the only one who like dunked his head in the water in the sink and was like trying to like wipe the stuff off of his face, right? So maybe I said it was Nikki? I can't remember. And if that's the case, if they are doing little things like that, who would it be in Give and Take in Japanese version? Oh my God, I have the hiccups so bad. Is it Jake in this one? No. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's Heesung in this one. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, Heesung was alone most of the time. In this one? Or in... I don't know. Didn't we think that Jungwon was in a grave in one MV? Oh, I don't remember that. At least I don't think I do. Who knows? This has been very, very interesting, guys. Very, very interesting. My main suspects overall are Jake and Sanu. I kind of agree with you there. I feel like Jake is sus for possibly being something different than the rest. And I feel like Heesung got caught by the smoke too. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So maybe, no, yeah, that's who it was. Sorry. It wasn't Nikki that I said in Fever. It was Heesung that I said in Fever because Heesung was the one separated, getting caught by the smoke. He was one separated. So it was Heesung that I said was Fever for sure. I remember now. Thank you for pointing that out because now I remember. Who was Let Me In? Nikki was Let Me In, you think? I don't remember who was like kind of the feature in Let Me In. And who would the feature be in this one? If that's even a thing. I might just be reading into that way too much. Yeah, I don't even know yet. Oh my gosh. I'm so confused. I'm so confused. Okay, we're going to try to stop theorizing because my brain's already starting to hurt. And I know that we have so much of this storyline that has not actually been given to us yet. So ultimately, no matter how much we sit here and theorize, there's going to be so much we are missing because we haven't been given all the proper details to figure it out yet. So, yeah. But I hope you guys had fun with this. I had a lot of fun with this. And I know a lot of this is just half-assed theories because we only have half the information, not even probably half. But this is still really fun nonetheless. Like, I don't know. I just think it's really, really cool just seeing all the little details that they put into these MVs. Man, it's so freaking cool. Their acting was great as usual. They depicted what they were trying to show very well. So yeah. I am feeling better. I am still very, very tired. And I do have to wake up super early for the absolutely lovely massage that Caitlin booked for me tomorrow morning. Honestly, that could not have come at a better time. So tomorrow morning I will be getting a massage. So happy about that. And yeah, much needed. And so yeah, I'm going to go jump in the shower, try to go to bed early so I can wake up early for the massage tomorrow, and hopefully just continue to relax and not think about negative people on the internet. Yes. So fun times. Fun times. Okay. Love you guys so much. I'm gonna end this live. We're gonna call it here. Don't forget we have tomorrow. We'll be doing tea time tomorrow as usual. Around 1 p.m. tomorrow, my time, Eastern Standard Time, around 1 p.m. We are going to, we have some unboxings to do, and some tea to talk about, and yeah, lots of really good stuff. So definitely join us for tomorrow, for tea time. And in the meantime, love you guys so incredibly much, and you guys have an amazing evening. I will see you in the next video. Bye. Jesus, what was that?